It actually took me a surprising amount of time to take them all out of their Ziploc bags. And I may not have all of them quite grouped with their correct playset, but I feel like I'm in one of those old Kenner commercials, you know? Boom, boom, boom. Da 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 da. New from Kenner, it's the entire micro collection. So yeah, very cool to see them all put back together. Had a couple of incidents where stickers fell off of stuff. One on the Bespin carbon freeze chamber. Hang on a second, watch. Here's Han, and there's the carbonite block. One of those flaked off this morning. I had to put it back on with a double-faced tape that I had bought to fix that sticker on the Falcon. And I've got some super glue sitting there to repair this guy, but at the moment, I've just got some double-faced tape on there as well. And this fell on the floor, and one corner of that three-part sticker there I found in the floor. So I'm having to really watch where I'm stepping and look for upside down stickers or weird rectangles or trapezoids that I'm going, what is that in the floor? And not just sweep it up and throw it in the garbage can, because it's the stickers falling off these things. As I said, the stickers have been falling off of them for years. So that one's just pressed back on. That one's double-faced taped on. That one's double-faced taped on. And there was one sliver of one that I found while shooting a video the other day, and I don't know where it got off to. I have yet to figure out what vehicle or playset it came from. So you've got the Hoth world, you've got the Death Star world, the Bespin world, and the vehicles. Now I read somewhere that the sculptors enjoyed these little static poses for figures because they no longer had to do the neutral pose and the 5 points of articulation. They could actually sculpt. You know, they could actually make these things in a statue type dynamic pose, which I think was a benefit to this particular line. But one thing they would do is they would pose and have pictures taken from multiple angles to aid them in the sculpting. So these are the actual Kenner sculptors in some of these poses, like holding broomsticks instead of lightsabers and things. And I wonder if that's the reason that a lot of these stormtroopers have the stock of the three-position Kenner laser rifle against their shoulder. I mean, were they actually sitting there with a life-size Kenner toy to take the picture and then somebody sculpted stormtrooper armor on them? If so, that's a pretty neat little, you know, this toy begets this toy. So yeah, but very interesting to see them all put back together again for the first time in so long, and to put these guys with them and these guys with them, and finally just sort of look at them all and say, that's incredibly cool. I'm glad that I took such good care of these when I was a kid. Although, like I said, on the predecessor to this kitchen table, I specifically remember picking up this Wampa and not really thinking about the fact that he was bigger, heavier, denser than all the other figures, and dropping him face first and scuffing his paint. And I can even see where there's a little bit of a two-tone to him. So yeah, he's definitely been touched up over the years. And that's okay, because I have another one among all the ones that are extras still in their bags. So here is another Wampa in his bag, along with the Chewie and the Han from that set, and the Luke and a Rebel Trooper that I think goes to a different set. But there they all are, pristine in unopened bags inside this Ziploc bag. This is all the figures to this set, including the Han on Tauntaun, the Leia, which is good that I have one of her mint in bag because that one's got a chipped nose from all the dings and things that they've gotten. And these guys are not in original Kenner bags, but here's an extra R2, 3PO, and Lando from the Falcon. So these might have come with that second Falcon, or I might have bought them separately just because, hey, I like R2 and I like 3PO. So that's everything laid out. One other neat story along those personal touches that I like to talk about. I talked the other day about the Walmart bags and the Toys R Us bags, and that's something that every viewer out there would identify with. But something that I failed to touch on was this. Here's my little chart, one of the two charts. This is the one with pictures, which is just on blank white paper. This was probably the predecessor, which was on a Mako Electric Supply ink pad. And Mako Electric is a family-owned business in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I believe it's still there. And that's their address, or their old address, including the old 205 prefix, so that tells you how old this is. But my dad, being an electrician, he would always bring home these free pads from Mako, and we would keep them by the phone, and we would use them for everything around the house. Now, I have another connection to Mako Electric, because the son, the youngest son of the owner of the business, Ray, youngest son David, and I went to, grade school through high school together, even dated the same woman. He married her and divorced her. And when she died a few years ago, he was the one that messaged me. So we mainly see each other on Facebook and at not family reunions, but class reunions and things like that. But yeah, we used to pal around and dress up as Ghostbusters. The very first time I ever dressed up as a Ghostbuster, Dave was with me. So yeah, Mako Electric has a place of honor among this collection. Oh, I nearly forgot. Here's some that I customized. I took a spare dinged up TIE Fighter pilot and made an AT-AT driver to go in the AT-ST. I made Boba Fett in the color scheme of the 15-inch figure, and I made a regular Han Solo out of a Bespin Han Solo. So that's everything I can think of now. I have to pack these all back up in their Ziploc bags and transport them back to Alabama. Thanks for watching. And the fluorescent light, that's the third time it's shot. That's why it looks so dark in here. Thanks for watching. It occurs to me, I'm going to put all these little tiny people, 70 plus of them, back in individual Ziploc bags, take them back to Alabama, get the printer's tray out, take them all back out of the bags, put them in the printer's tray for a photo, possibly take them to mom's house, put them back in the Ziploc bags. I mean, it seemed like I was creating a lot of extra work for myself. And then I remembered something. I have, similar to this size, lots of old West End game role-playing miniatures that I hand-painted while recovering from a surgery. I was already planning to do a topic on them in the future. And I hauled them out and looked at them the other day. With that fresh on my brain, I said, why don't I get the same storage system for these guys that I have in those 5 or 6 pistol cases at home with my West End Games role-playing minis in it. So I called the Walmart near where I'm working now. They didn't have any pistol cases, but they had a rifle case. So let's see how fast this makes boxing up these 70 plus figures go. And now here they all are back in Alabama, safe and sound. I'd say that the investment of $14.74 for a rifle case was a big time saver. Thank you all for watching.